weird. Good morning. It is Saturday and I'm tired, but I have a lot of stuff to do today. Good morning. Saturday, woo woo. I have a lot of stuff to do today. I have a lot of stuff to do all this week because next weekend, this weekend, I will be hanging out with some besties in North Carolina for our little baby retreat. And I just heard from Sandra, the owner, the designer, the creator, the artist of Sewing Room Gardener, that there's a few spots left. Um, I'm kind of excited. And then she's opening up a nighttime session where we can just like sew. She's going to be the instructor. And we're all going to just sew and chat and have fun sewing. I feel like really excited and amped to be sewing for like a whole weekend. I can't express that like with other people that want to sew. Like that's the thing. Good morning. So yeah, Sandra, the owner of Sewing Room Gardener, she's opening up some time to sew on Friday evening. Also, and she's going to be the instructor for that, and I'm definitely going to be there because I just love. I'm going to be in North Carolina anyways, and I want to see Sandra do her magic as teaching. I've seen some of it, her sewing style, but she is. Thank you. She is like amazing. Um, so I'm really excited. She's going to open up some Friday time slots so that we can all sew together. I like literally no one even knows. I feel like I'm about to go to camp next week. It's been so long to see other people sewing with me. Like it's different when you go to Joann's and everybody sews a little bit of everything, whether it's costume, clothing, whatever. But I never really ran into a bag maker when I'm at Joann's or Hobby Lobbies. They're always like quilters, garment makers, like something different. So I'm like really excited to be amongst other bag makers and other people that sew. I can't wait either. I am so unbelievably amped up right now because I was like this time like I'll be up in the morning and we'll be getting breakfast and then we're all going to do classwork and then we have our field trip to Tandy Leather and then Kendall's giving me some money for Tandy Leather. I'm super excited. I love Tandy Leather. And I have learned that they're not all the same. When there's some that I go to that have like the best leather I've ever seen for best prices, and then there's some that has like subpar leather, but they have like the best tools. I know that sounds weird, but they do. Like one of the tools that I got from a Tandy Leather is this, and in two of the like there's gonna be two videos that drop next week for Ora Rosa. I show you how I use this plier to press down seams so I could top stitch. I'm really excited about that. I know I want to like be in a class when Nicole sews. Like whenever I watch her videos, I just feel like if we were in the same sewing area, we would just be perfect because she's so laid back. She like laughs at herself like I do. She's just like she's such a peaceful like person. So every time I meet her, I'm just like I feel that complete and utter ease. So I think she's a phenomenal teacher. I definitely would like to go to a Mormino one. I really wanted to go to the one in August because Clume House. Okay, I have been following Clume House for like 3 or 4 years, and she sews on a heavy duty serger domestic machine. I'm telling you, if you don't know about her, you're missing out. She has a lot of cool tools. She shows you how to set rivets by hand. She shows you how to do snaps by hand. And she's one of the reasons why I always say in videos, like, I have this machine to do it on the video, but when I'm not on the video, I have my mallet and me and them become friends. I love setting rivets. I love setting caps. I love when I get to bang the heck out of something. It, it's part of my Hulk smash. I need a Hulk smash, like a She-Hulk, like with my face, with the hands coming out of the t-shirt, something like that. Good morning. So yeah, I'm really excited. Field trip at Tandy Leather, and I don't know where Sandra is like trying to correlate dinner, but I'm excited because okay, every state I go to, I want to eat their food. That's just something like any country I go to, I want to eat their food. It's just food makes me happy. So, I'm really excited about that, and I just think it's cool that Friday night there'll be some opening up, and I'm going to be sitting in the seat, curious to see what she has to instruct us. I can't wait to see her teaching style. I just love watching other sewists teach as well. It just makes me happy because I always learn something that I did not think of, and I feel like it's makes me a better sewist. Kind of like I told you when I see someone's pattern and I purchase it and I read it like the Belladonna. All right. So when I read it, I was like, wait, no top stitching? That thing looks so, 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 so smooth. And I'm waiting for Jolene to get that template because I am going to order. So I want to order like so many templates from Jolene. Her strap and thing, she has an invisible connector. And again, the hemostats. I know I said it yesterday, but the hemostats are iridescent. I like color. And I got my name on it. Anything that I can get my name on. Oh my God. Yeah. I like when you, okay. So my favorite rivets to set are a tubular rivet. I have not explained it really well on this channel. I do have a die that you can use a tubular rivet with through the press company I go through for Minkus and Marco. They're a small shop on Etsy, a small business shop. But the reason why I chose them over everything else is one, my first bag designer I followed was Sarah Lawson. It's her. So she mentioned it. They have so many like dies, it's not even funny. Like I said, they have a tubular rivet. A tubular rivet it looks like a tube. It looks like a rivet on the front, and then the body is a tube, and you can see it's hollow and it's inside. When you hit it with the peening tool, it mushrooms around the back of it and creates this really beautiful like aesthetic. It mushrooms around over the O-ring thing you put on top. So when you're hitting it with the mallet, it relieves stress. So I seen it as a dies on my press, I immediately bought it. They're my favorite rivets. I feel like those rivets ain't going nowhere. I use them a lot when I'm making leather, using anything with leather. I just like the way they look, and I like how sturdy they are. And but that's who I found out about tubular rivets was from Clume House. Ooh, Jolie. She is. Oh, let me see if I can put the thing. She's another person that's coming out with Jolie Creations. She's another person that is coming. She has templates, and I think most of her templates are like from like Cadil and some another designer. The designer that is it SoFlo for Belladonna. I want to make that bag so bad. I want to make that bag so bad. Hold on, yeah, she comes in here. There you go. I'm gonna send you the link. She comes in and she sometimes pops in our captain's log, and her work, she has the most prettiest templates. Like she has like clear with purple glitter. I'm gonna let you know now. If you make a template and it has blue or purple in it, chances are I'm gonna buy it even if I already have it. And I know you're like, that's wasteful. I just like pretty things, and also I'm really rough on tools. I'm not dainty. Like if you see a lot of my videos, you'll see that my rulers have double-sided tape, glue on them. They could be chipped. I won't get rid of them. I will not waste. So that's why I always like having a backup. So there's that. Yesterday I had to redo my zippy bag video because I had two cameras, and I guess because they were both plugged in, and I told you the electricity is getting fixed on Friday, so I won't be here for it, but Kendall will be here, and I cannot wait because apparently I usually film with three cameras. One is a face shot, and two are two different directions of the table. Um, if I plug in more than one, it only films one. And so the location that it filmed at was the underside so you can see me sew, and it was unacceptable. So I refilmed it with, and it's this is showing you how fast the bag is. I refilmed it. The video is 1 hour and 1 minute, and I literally construct this whole bag. Now, this beautiful fabric is from New Moxie. And look at these pools. Okay, so there are two other sewists that I like. I don't we both like to sew nerdy thieves. We both like the kind of same bag aesthetics. And you probably know Bed Hog because I've mentioned her a lot because she's the one that worked with Country Cow to make the Ojima, and we all know how I love that bag. I love that bag more than any other bag. That's my favorite bag pattern. And Bed Hog is the one that did it. So we call now we're going to be calling ourselves the Powerpuff Girls because there's three of us. So again, it's really cool that it has 4 zipper compartments. The thing is there's no interfacing. So my core has no interfacing and my lining doesn't. Now my exterior, I put some SoFuse Plus, but because how it all comes together, there's 4 pockets in here. It keeps it nice and it's not like slouchy. It's soft though to touch, and I'm telling you, the pockets on this is amazing. I was carrying one around when I was at Target, and I got a lot of people asking me where did I get my bag. Because like I was able to put like, oh, here's my wallet, here's my cell phone, here's my candy bag. Yeah, you already know I have a pocket for candy. There's no judging. And I was able to put my sunglasses, my key fob, everything in it, and it's like clean. You don't get to see any of the zipper tape. I really, really like how this bag comes together. So also if you have cork and you're afraid to use it all because cork is expensive, this is like the perfect bag to, kind of have accents, and you don't need even more than a fat quarter of fabric. That is crazy to me. I used a 3/4 of an inch strap when it's normally a 1/2 inch. And I've also done an inch. The inch makes the bag look tiny, kind of like a doll look. I like the 3/4 of an inch. I think it goes really well, but the 1/2 inch is chef's kiss. It's perfect. And if you don't want to do this, if you make this bag a little bit more fancier, you can do a chain. Just like, oh, it's a cute date night bag. Just throwing it out there. So that's out. This pattern's out, and it has. If you want this pattern, look in the description box. Use my coupon code That's So Nova in all caps. You get 10% off your order, your whole order. So go mosey on and look at her Sally Tomatoes cork. She always has like the prettiest designs. That's the reason why I also gravitate to so many creations. Well, I gravitate to her because she's amazing. She's hilarious. If you watch her like Instagram reels, she's hilarious. Her husband's funny, and when I meet them in person, they're just absolutely beautiful people. Um, they're just beautiful, and she designs really gorgeous corks. So she's been getting my money, and then I get different corks from Sally Tomatoes when they're like prints. Their cork has a different backing, so they're a little bit thinner than the cork that you would get from like um so many creations or so sweetness, but it's still really nice. Like this cork right here feels like it's so soft. Like I keep thinking it's not cork. It's like unbelievably soft. I'm gonna for the retreat, we're gonna have open what you want. I can show you all 3 ways. You can do binding, you can do a drop in, and or you can sew it together, and then there's a whole kind of birth it method. I actually like the drop in method on it because the bag it has such a wide opening. It is I feel like this is the bag that you could really try to learn how to um do a drop-in method. There's only two bags I think that are for beginners that are awesome for drop-ins. It is the Sandhill, and also I'm never going to slaughter it. Erica, if you watching this, I'm so sorry. The Radujara, the is from Erica from Louder and Twine. It looks like it's complicated, but how she does it, it is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant, and you could be comfortable with it. We have all the tools now to do a drop-in lining, which between double-sided tape and clips or pins. You got this. So if you're at this class and you're like, hey, I want to try the drop-in lining, I'll sit down right beside you and we'll do it together. So that way you can feel confident to do it. And I'm telling you, once you do a drop-in lining and you really do it, you're going to want to drop it in everything. It it saves so much time, and there's you don't have to worry about your Decoville light getting wrinkled from birthing. It's really a time saver. I like binding too. I like birthing. I kind of do everything, but I don't have I used to be afraid of dropping linings, and I honestly could say because Erica's back, the Radu Jara, whatever, I'm not afraid of it. And then when I did the Sandhill sling, I was like, this is cool. Because I feel like Anne's instructions are really clear, and if you just take your time, you'll be fine. And I even like the hand sewing one. I like hand sewing though. There's something wrong with me. I really like hand sewing. My favorite candy. Oh God, that's asking you what my favorite child is. Sorry. I would have to say I like the white chocolate Reese's Pieces cups, and I like Reese's Pieces, period. I like Reese's Pieces because no one in my family likes Reese's Pieces. I'm telling you. Because if I like something, like my Moose Track ice cream, when you have a chance, guys, if you have Moose Track ice cream, try it. And then when you try it and you love it, hide it because everybody in the house is going to want to take it. Yeah, I think that bag. Yes, definitely make the zippy bag. The zippy bag came together in 1 hour. That's it, 1 hour. It takes longer to cut it out to make it. It is you have all the skills like for it. I promise you, you have every single skill for it. It's you've already know how to put in zippers where the zipper tape is wrong sides touching the right side of the lining. You got that, then it's just piecing and that's it, and curving the bottom. And I give you different options. Like for the bottom, I used the bottom of a cup to curve it. I used a ruler. I used the first one I did, I actually ran out of paper towels in my workroom, and I used the tube to trace the rounding. Kid you not. Like use what you got. You don't have to have the rulers. If you can get them, great. But if you don't have them, there's so many other things that you can use to help round your corners. I know, Sandra. Sandra's been going through a lot. Like I don't. She's going through a lot. I'm definitely sending like prayers, happy thoughts, positivity your way. I think yeah, the drop is really fun, and I think if you have I feel like we all have reservations for it. 'Cause sometimes I still feel reluctant, but it's kind of like a roller coaster. You see this roller coaster, you're in line, you get that feeling. There's a feeling that you get in your stomach, in your chest, and you're like, I'm going to die if I go on this roller coaster. And then suddenly your friends are like, come on, you can do it. You strap on, you're going up, and you're like, wait, can I go back? Can I if I stick my hand up and like say no, can I go back? You're clicking up, and then all of a sudden you drop and you scream, but you're having fun at the same time. That is a drop in lining. And then when you're in at the roller coaster, you're like, why was I afraid of this? It's the same feeling. And I still feel it. Every time I go on a roller coaster, I feel that feeling. But I feel like that with drop in lining. And every time I do it, I feel so proud that I was able to do it. And again, it's a really good skill set, especially if you're working with materials that wrinkle like fast. Like if you're doing wax canvas can wrinkle. And although the wrinkles are gorgeous, you might want a smoother look. Drop in linings. I don't know. That's a good idea. We need to. Oh, and Nicole, I should ask Nicole if she can jump on if she's cool. I'm gonna just see if she answers to "Are you up?" I don't think It would help if I put up. I hope so. She always has cool stuff. Like I'm telling you, I'm already trying to put together the glow in the dark bag. I want to cut out some glow in the dark like HTV and make like a glow in the dark Star Wars bag with the hardware. Hand sewing, yeah. Okay, so I like to hand sew because I used to hem. That was my job because I was the smallest person for so I would hem. So I take my time and I'm hoping after this trip to North Carolina, I should have just 1 week where I could focus on like a main bag for AwesomeCon. Like I try to bring like two main bags that are not really higher price point and I always focus on my costume. So hopefully when I'm doing the horsehair braid and I'm hemming stuff that I can do a live and or have Hope record me so you can see my techniques. But yes, I didn't know how much I hand sewed actually until I was in Danielle's class, right? So Danielle has the light class and there's a cool part where you need to hand sew these lights on. And I'm with my friend Christina, one of my besties. We're just sitting here like doing it, and I was like the first one done, and she was like, "Yeah, I knew you were gonna be the first one. You sew fast." I'm like, "I don't sew fast, but I do hand sew fast. I could darn a sock so fast. You have no idea." Hand sewing is not that bad. I promise you, it's not that bad. I always have like hand sewing needles too. Like I'm at my station right here, and they're right here. These needles are the best when you're like, okay, so you know how Ora Rosa does not like having you backstitch. She wants you to pull the threads. I like to pull the threads to the lining so I pull up the bobbin and then I pull the bobbin thread to get the top thread. Then I thread one of these needles and with both of them and thread it into the bag and then tie it off. So I have these. If you ever are in my workroom, every single station has at least two needles. And I feel like I hand sew something all the time. And I sometimes like even this, I wish I would, I top stitch just that 1/8 of an inch, but ooh, man, that has some threads, serious threads. Um, serious threads. Ooh. So what I like to do is I like to leave a wider opening and then I would hand sew just this part with the ladder stitch and a visible stitch. So that way it just has a cleaner finish. But that's me. I like having a really simple, clean finish. Okay. Okay, now Christine, you're gonna be besties with me because there's people like, what is Moose Tracks? Once you find what Moose Tracks are, you'll never go back. It's a weird ice cream to have, but it hits all the flavor notes that you want. I know I hate cutting too, but I promise you, there's not a lot of components to the zippy bag. You have the three pocket linings, then you have the main lining for the top exterior, and then just the bottom, the middle, and the top for the front, and just the bottom and the top. It's just like probably like 12 pieces. And again, nothing was interfaced except the top bottom and the back bottom. And I thought that was cool because at first I was like, I don't know. And then when I made the first one, I was like, oh hell yeah, this is cool. So yeah, this is the one that got made yesterday. But look at these little pools. I love New Moxie. This is so crisp and clear. I love this little bag. And then I used Allison Glass for the inside because I figured if I didn't want to go mundane and do something like plain, a solid color. Because again, the Powerpuff Girls kind of remind me of Harry Potter. They all have a very specific color, and if you use one of their colors for the inside of the bag or the outside, people are going to be like, "Oh, that's a Blossom bag," or "No, that's a Slytherin bag." So you have to go with a neutral color or a color that expresses all of them. Um, so you can sell it to different people without them thinking that is just a Ravenclaw bag. Oh, okay, yeah, I could definitely do that. Let me get the Patreon page. So also, if you, I didn't know yesterday. Yesterday, So Magical, I was the first person they announced for So Magical Florida. So if you're in that Facebook group, and you would see that my post there, you would see my bag that I'm making. It's called Hi, it's me. Hi. It's a pattern that I made. I'm not a pattern designer. It's going to be exclusively it's going to be something that's going to for So Magical Expo. I'm starting to take pictures of the pattern and get it writing have it written up, and then I'm going to get it proofread from a friend. Um it's a really cool bag actually. It's a really simplistic. The reason why I made it, hold on, let me see if I can get it. The reason why I made it was because I like to bring different elements to whenever I teach. Um, so this one, you guys are seeing in reverse. What you see right here is chalk. So I thought this bag would be really cool because at any time you could wipe this chalk off and you can make it something else. Like this is hair supplies, or this is my candy stash. Lego. This is Miles Legos. This is, you can have different things. This is my emergency kit. Like I always have band-aids and all that stuff because I don't know. If I don't nick myself once a day, I feel like I didn't sew or something. It's just a very simplistic theme. I wanted to make sure it was like super beginner friendly for So Magical Florida, and something that we can take our time and have fun. I had so much fun when we did the persimmon, but I learned one thing. Instead of doing an hour and a half class, I should have did like the 3 hour window so that way everyone could finish. There was like two people that didn't finish in my class, and I was like, I wish I would have picked 3 hours. I didn't. I learned a lesson. That's part of teaching. You are forever learning. And so for this bag, I wanted to do something that was fun, bringing a new element that is domestic machine friendly and making a really super friendly, easy bag to put together. And I really like this. I think it's fun. And I also think if you did this as one big chalkboard, it would be really great for a kid. They could store all their toys and like the chalkboard or eraser and pens in there. They could draw on it in the car or just whatever. I thought this was just super fun, new element. I don't ever see anybody using chalkboard vinyl. So that's what I'm going to be doing at So Magical Expo in September. I wanted to show you a few things. I ordered from So Yours. Okay, I ordered from her for two main reasons. She has 1-inch double fold elastic tape. Now, there's so many bag makers that I admire. One of the bag maker I admire a lot is Nancy. And Nancy and me are in a lot of same testing groups. And she always tells me when she's binding, she uses elastic. And I'm like, all the elastic, fold over elastic I see is 5/8 of an inch. So when I went to So Yours, she has 1 inch, which is what I usually use when I'm using twill tape. Twill tape is 1 inch. So I got this really pretty light blue, and it is elastic. So in one of my next bags that I'm binding, I'm going to bind with this to see how it works. It might be like a new way for me to do it, because the only reason why I never did it is 5/8 of an inch does not fit to me over seam, like it doesn't wrap around fully. So I'm curious how this is going to work and what it's going to look like. I bought enough, so hopefully I can maybe do like a Catalina or something and go from there. So I got some 1-inch bias tape. I only got that one color, but she has a slew full of different colors. And I'm a sucker for nameplates, templates. But like, yeah, it's purple. So, but I like how this comes down, because then I could put my logo right there. I think that is so cool to have. So I got one of these in purple glitter. And the last thing I got, she has these things called, they're like strap-ins for your, the ends of your adjustable strap. And there's 4. So like you put these on the fold, and like you put the hardware down here, and these wrap around your webbing or your strap. So I love this one. That was the first one that got my attention. I'm interested in this one. And I have to play around with this one to see if I'm going to like it. But this is the reason why I bought it. This one is that you put your strap right back here, and this top part, you cut four of these. You sandwich the webbing in between, and then this wraps around, and there's rivets. And I was like, that looks so unbelievably sleek. So I went on her webpage and I purchased those two things. She shipped pretty fast. Like I ordered and she shipped it out 2 days later, and I got it like 2 days after that. So I'm really excited about that. Third, I heard from Jess herself from Sally Tomatoes that her box is coming out in July for the Advent calendars. So what I'm going to do, we're going to be on Advent calendar watch. I'm going to be looking for uh, Sally Tomatoes and Stitch Supply Co. And as soon as they announce anything, I will give you guys the information, the links, whatever it is, because we are not missing out like we did last year. Good morning, Teresa. I'm doing well. I have a lot of stuff I have to do today, but I'm doing really, really good. Oh no, I'm so sorry, Christine. These are just regular needles. This one is, I don't have the size. They're just regular needles that I just purchased like at Joann's, or like if I'm buying stuff from Waywack. They have a smaller eye. Just I always have like a larger one and a smaller one. And sometimes I have a doll needle, but that hole is massive when you pierce it through fabric. Like it is massive. I know, I'm looking forward to sew 2 days too. I feel like it's gonna be super fun. Yes, the sandhill comes together super fast. And hopefully I can give you some ideas of different things that you could put inside the bag, because I feel like that bag can hold a standard size water bottle, not like not like I'm talking about the old school plastic ones that we have to recycle. I feel like it can hold that. It looks so small until you actually see it and put it together in person. You're like, this sucker is kind of medium size. Yes, cutting out the sandhills like boop boop. That's one of my favorite things about Noodlehead. So she does have a cutlass, and I can see how it can deter you, because you're like, hey, they're not pattern pieces. But once you really look at it, her list is like doop doop doop. You're really fast. It comes together super super fast. Hers all are usually rectangular squares, so I usually just grab my rulers and just have at it and have fun. Yeah, I have some hungry hippos, and then I used these yesterday. They're so cute. I love these. These are my um they're my like one of my favorites. Oh, I forgot to put the Patreon. Hello. I'm sorry, I forgot that fast. Um yeah, so let's see. Yeah, so that's all pretty much I have today. I got I am excited about this because I'm trying to see if I have my nameplate anywhere, but that's where I got it. This feels weird though. It doesn't feel like the ruler plastic. I can't put my finger on it. It doesn't feel like acrylic. I don't know what it is, but I don't think it's gonna break. To be honest with you, I don't know. It's a weird feeling, but I am excited about these strap ends, especially this one. Like I can't wait to use this one. I think this is the coolest strap end, and how like this comes to get up and over, very sleek, and the hardware goes in between here, and it's, I don't know, it just looks like something that you would see on a leather bag. So I want to play around with that a little bit. I think Mojo Sews is about to have her opening for retail for Neon and her base and top. I need to get her base. I have never actually used her base coat, but I hear really great things. I always look for a fast drying base coat. My only problem with the Gardini, I feel like it takes hours between sanding to for it to fully dry. Happy Memorial Day weekend to you too. It's 3-day weekend. Um, So what I'm going to be cutting out today and sewing, and then is uh, the Rosie mini wallet, and I'm going to be doing a video. I'm going to have it filmed sometime this week, and it'll be released on Friday. Patreon, you will have earlier access. I'm hoping to finish one today or tomorrow, and you guys will have it hopefully on Memorial Day to see it. Uh, but yeah, this is the cutest thing ever. And there's like two different ways to do this. Like there's two different ways and two different finishes. She also provides SVG files for cutting out on a machine, but she had this is so cute because like on this side you put your credit cards and you have like this flap closure so that way your cards don't slip out, and when you flip it you have your ID. And she has like key rings, but I was also thinking maybe a lanyard for when you if you work at somewhere where you have to have your ID on you all the time. This would be awesome because if you have one card and a couple bills to go into the vending machine. I don't know, most vending machines take credit cards now. But I thought this would be a really cool thing. Or if you're at a theme park, you can have your ID and credit cards so that way you're not having to carry anything as a lanyard. So I'm going to play around with that. That's going to be the bag for this Friday. I'm actually really excited about it. And I'm also going to have a video showing you how I use HTV for a bag. So like if you don't have the fabric, like if you were trying to do Star Wars and you're trying to do the hope symbol, but you have no fabric, how you can cut it out with HTV and adhere it. I'm really excited about that. So hold on. I think Nicole is actually responding. Hold on. I'm trying to see if I can get her on here. So I'm trying to get Nicole on here so she can answer Christine's question. You got a mystery pack from Levital? Okay. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't like mystery packs. I know that sounds weird. You would think I would be for it because I love just like random stuff. I don't like all fandoms. So the problem is if I don't like something or I don't know what something is, I feel like it's not worth it. Except the only time I like mystery box is subscription boxes, because especially that are bag orientated, because most of the time they're not fandom, they're more like color or textiles or something that's different, but it's going to be like zipper tape and pulls and nothing fandom. I like getting things like that because I always can use it and it's always useful. But fandom mystery packs, I never do. I can't do it, not even when they have panels, because what I think I got a mystery pack, and how it's gonna remain nameless who I got it from, one time a few years back. And I was like going through the panels and I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Chewbacca, this, and then it was something wildly, I feel like, inappropriate. Not like I'm a pearl clutcher, but it's something that I would never wear outside the house or sell in my shop. So it was like it made that whole opening like wonk wonk wonk, and I was like not living for it. So there's I don't know. I'm not a big fan of mysteries. Like it has to be something. I'm trying to think of what I would do if it was like non fandom. Yes, but fandom, no. I know I'm really excited about this because I feel like you could do a lot. It comes together really nice, and I like the fact that it's all domestic machine friendly, but it could be for semi-industrials or industrials too. So I'm hoping I'll have packs for Florida, and I haven't figured out what fabric. I wanted to do the strawberries because it's still summertime then. But then I always try to find really neutral fabrics that I feel like everybody in the classroom will like. But I was trying to see if I could find something that was black or some colors that we could play on. So in the kit, you're going to get everything cut out plus the cork cut out. And we're going to assemble the front. Nicole says that she's going to try to get onto the live. We're going to assemble the front in the class. We're going to adhere the interfacing, and the interfacing is fleece. So this is going to be cool. And then the inside is going to be water resistant canvas. And I'm going to get cool name tag, like little tags from somewhere for each one. And then of course I'm going to include one or two chalk pens, and they won't just be white. They're going to probably be like white and red or white and blue, so that way you can have something to write on. But I thought this was cool. I used the first one I made. I put it at, there's a big, it says this is my scrap leather pack. So it sits on my table, and whenever I have scrap leather, I just throw it in there and then I zip it up and I put it on my shelf. And when I'm looking for scrap leather, then I could just pull it out. But I was looking for something that can be used for so many different things, and I I came up with this, and it's kind of fun. So you, if a beginner or anybody, will be learning how to put on zipper tabs, how you can get them poked out without having them sunken in. Because that's I hate when the zipper tabs get like sunken in on the side. Um, just box corners, and how we put together the vinyl, the cork vinyl, not cork vinyl, the chalkboard vinyl. It comes together really cool. And I'm going to get some cute little zipper pulls like this already pre-made. So I think it'll be fun. Oh no. I know. I hope, hopefully you can just, even if you just do like a stop through or whatever. I think I think the So Magical Florida is, I had fun in Texas. I had so much fun in Texas, and I'm envious of everyone that's going to Tennessee. Kayla said that there's like 40 vendors that are going to be there. It's the most amount of vendors she's ever had at a So Magical. And all I'm like, "Ah, I wish I had someone there that was virtual that can just take me around so I could be like, I want that. I want that. I want that." Because a lot of these vendors bring something that they never had before. Just, and it becomes like an exclusive or first time people buying it. And that, to me, I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for like exclusive things. Like, it makes me feel like I'm important. Don't know why. But I think if you're able to go to some magical Tennessee, you should. It sounds like it's going to be amazing. And then she's doing a lot of wine and chats, so you get to meet teachers, instructors, vendors, and all that. It looks like it's going to be phenomenal. And they have food trucks out. And that Gaylord, at that one, they have food trucks that are constantly out, which to me, yes. Okay, I feel, and the thing is that unfortunately Kayla has no control over that. Some locations, Gaylords have it. Like, I'll give you an example. The Gaylord that's the Maryland, DC one, they don't. They are really about you trying to order something in Gaylord or in that little, there's like an MGM and everything. They want you to eat at these hotels. They don't have it. But I've been to Gaylords in other states, and there is food trucks out there, and it's smart to have it because they can compete for a lower price with better food and faster service. So I feel like Tennessee is already like checking all the boxes, because food to me was the most important thing in Florida. I felt so drained at the end of the day because I wasn't eating or drinking properly. And the thing is they're, all the Gaylords have these really cool water bottle things where it fills up your water bottles. But I didn't even know that in the first one. I found out in Texas, and then when I went to the one in Maryland, because there's conventions there, they have them there too. So I think it's just something they have at the Gaylord. No, I don't have any resources to learn to hand sew. I could try to in the future to do a couple small videos on it. It's something my abuelita showed me how to do, and it's just something I want to do. I really want to do paper piecing for quilts. And when the classes come out for Florida for the schedule, that's what I'm going to go for. I know there's about two people that are about to teach it. I want to learn more. Because I find it relaxing, because even when I'm watching TV with my husband, I have to do something with my hands. Um, Even when I'm here with you guys, that's why you see me holding papers or whatever. I have to do something with my hands. So I think English pattern piecing might be something that I'm really interested in, as well as I think it'll be really cool for like the exterior panels for bags. They just started opening the Florida one for showing the teachers, and I was the first one yesterday. There is going to be a slew full of them. I don't know when they're opening up hotel rooms or any of that yet. Um, last time I didn't stay in the hotel because it was really expensive. I cannot. legitimately justify that price, that one night at that hotel, I can stay literally not one-fourth of a mile away for the cost of one night for 3 nights. So now, with that being said, the hotel I stayed at, it was super clean, but I stayed at during a aka soccer match, and yeah, I was on a floor with nothing but soccer players, and they were getting rowdy and drunk. But I was so tired, I didn't notice until the morning. I'm like, okay, yeah. I mean, if you got it, if you're able to spend that, get it. I know the Gaylord's great. I wanted to spend it if Kendall came with me this time around, but there's just no way he can come. So basically, Kendall takes off days of work based off of the conventions that I go to. So there's just no way. And then when we had the water damage to the house and little things, it just, and then Loki surgery, I was thinking I wasn't going to even go to Florida, but he's adamant that I go. Yes, Cindy, I only seen the white too. And then, so when I seen you go to hers, go to Sew Yours, she has tons of the elastic in different colors. And I'm kind of shook because that's what you cut out your waterproof canvas with. That's what I cut my twill tape with. And I'm always trying to see new ways that I can, you know, do better binding. Sew Yours. I got the templates from Sew Yours. This one, I'm trying to see the one that the why I went to her is I was looking for the binding. But then when I seen this template in her shop, hold on, let me see if I can pull it up. Okay, so I bought the strap-in template, right? She had photos of it. I bought the strap-in template because of these. These are all the strap-ins. That template that I showed you. And this one right here, hold on, let me see if I can blow it up a little bigger. This one right here was my favorite. I haven't seen a strap-in look like that. So these are the templates that I showed you. These are all the ends of the straps. So I was super happy when I seen, nope, let's go back. This one, this one right here. I thought I've never seen a strap-in like that. So I went and bought it. It was like $15, and I got all the templates. I bought them, and she was really fast. That's like, that was the thing that gets me, because sometimes, like, you have to be a little bit patient because they can have back orders, or this is their second job, not their first job. So I try. It's always interesting to me when people ship fast. So you have that one, this, and this is the one that I wanted because I was like, that fold over is so sleek. I thought it was the coolest thing. And then that one. So you got 4 for $14.95. So those are the ones I got. And then she had this template, and I like zipper facings, but I've never made one with this. It kind of reminds me of the Maggie 55 in one of her patterns. They have a piece that looks like this, and I was like, yeah, I'm all about that. So I'm really excited about those. And again, like I said, the pattern that I'm doing on for Friday that will be launched, I'll be at So Magical, but the video that'll come out is a Rosie mini wallet. She's a newer artist, so I definitely recommend like browsing through her bags and see the way you support these artists is not only like liking their posts on Facebook and on Instagram, but this, I feel like everyone can get this. Like, there's someone in your life that you're like, yeah, they need a small credit card thing. So I'm really excited about doing this one. And the way I'm going to do it, because it comes together really fast. So I'm going to put it together, and then I think I'm going to do the second half of the video, how I edge coat it. Like, so I will try, you're going to see different steps. Like, we're going to see put the base coat on, let it dry, come back, sand it, put another base coat on, let it dry, come back, sand it. So I'm going to show you that in the video. So my plan is today is just to make that. And like, Kendall's like, that's so small. And I'm like, but what I have planned for it will get a little bit labor intensive. And then again, I feel like next week you guys are going to be bombarded with videos because I just filmed 2 videos for Aura Rosa. She has a double pattern launch coming out next week. Um, there's some stuff. You got some stuff. So I'm really excited about it. Yeah, it's a pretty big Sandhills thing is pretty big. I use you can try an upholstery needle. I literally don't have the size of this because I just buy random needles. This has a big eye, so I don't know. I could put 4 threads of 80 weight through it and feed it through my lining like nobody's business. I'll try to see if I can find the needle case. I'm really bad at keeping those. Like I get whenever I'm done with the last one, I just like chuck it, and then when I'm ordering needles, I'm like, what size did I get? Let's see. So I got yeah. So yours is where I got the template straps from. Let's see. We can get the back comes together fast. We can if you bring all your material, we can all cut it out together. And I think cutting with friends will be easier than cutting by yourself. So Friday, this will come out for everyone. What happens is on my Patreon, my part of being a part of my Patreon is that if I film a video ahead of time, they get to see the video first, except if it's a premiere for a brand new pattern. This pattern's already out, so if I film it today and Kendall's able to upload everything tomorrow, I can give it to them on Monday and they'll have it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and everybody on YouTube will have it on Friday. Just to give them like it's just for them to get Loki. Sorry. Just he kind of reminds me of a he walks like you think it's a grown man or like he walks so heavy. He's fully healed, guys, and that he's doing a lot of new things like trying to kill woodpeckers. I know he keeps giving them to me as their presents, but every time I look at them, I'm like, oh my god. And bees. I don't know what it. He like bites them and puts them in front of the door. It's an interesting dog. It's Nicole. Okay, so Nicole, they want to know if you are going to be bringing anything from New Moxie to the retreat. And also, Nicole, look. What? What? How cute is this? I kind of want to keep it for myself, just because. I know. But see the thing okay, first you need to get a bestie that's going over there because if you could find just one person that's going and that are like doing lives and showing it, there are we okay, so there were people that asked me at So Magical Florida and in Texas. They were like, "Hey, I seen that so and so was going to have this. Can you buy me one and just ship it to me and I'll pay you back?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." Like because that's what Monica did to me the first time she went and I wasn't there. um the sewing community wants to help each other, so you might even be able to reach out to the designer or the storefront itself and be like, hey, I see you have that, but I'm unable to go. Is there a way I could purchase it? And that's why I always tell people to stay if you're on Facebook, stay in the same Soul Magical page, because I find the group really like helpful for one another, but you might find a cool sewing bestie that if you go to one thing and they go to another thing, that you guys can be like each other's exchanges for stuff. Okay, so I'm sorry, I just got Nicole's message, and then Xandra's like, no, bring it. I'm bringing Nicole. Oh, yeah. Hotels are always finicky to me. I usually let no like Kendall handle it. So when Sandra was like, "This is the block," I was like, "Thank you," because hotels are really, 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 really tricky. You have people saying, please, Nicole. She said, bring it. I'm excited. I like all of Nicole's stuff. So, oh my god, and she's like, she saves like fox things for my daughter Hope, and she gave her some the other day, and like Hope was already named the fox. She has the stickers all over her table. Like she is like on cloud. My daughter loves foxes. Like anything with a fox in it. I swear, I promise you, if we look 10 years from now, or even 15 years from now, I'm probably saying, oh, she works at the zoo and she works exclusively with foxes and whatever, or like she loves animals. I think she might be a vet. I feel like she's going to be a vet, or she's going to be something in the zoo. She just loves animal, and I can see her like calling like once a week in Antarctica trying to save penguins or something. She really loves animals. Yeah, the rivet themes are really important to me when they have templates like that. I was really happy with it. The way I got them, I'm not gonna lie, I also got them in weird colors. That's just that's just me. That's why when I seen Jolene's creations, I was like, oh snap, I'm gonna have to get some things from her, especially anything that has my name. I get if you have an unusual name, then you probably understand. Like when you see go to amusement parks or you go to stores and they have keychains with like other people's names, like Susie or whatever, and they all have it. I never see anything with Shinova because my name was created, right? So anytime I have an opportunity to put my name on something, I do. Um, so those hemostats, I'm like, I'm getting them. I'm so getting them. Blue and purple rivets, yes. Nicole, get them from Nicole. Like I like all. I am a rivet color. I love different color hardware sets. I love rivet colors. My favorite hardware sets to get are usually blue, purple, or green. And I want to do an orange because I have this BB-8 bag in my stuck in my head. I have like these orange BB-8 pulls. I'm like, I'm going to do something phenomenal with all orange hardware. I hope so too. I hope you're able to go to So Magical Orlando. Yes, I understand. It's really, really hard because a lot of people in the sewing community, they're running a business and they're not actually part of the expo. You got to keep your business running, and taking off days is can be extremely hard. I know, isn't that cute? I really love the Powerpuff Girls bag. I love the print. The color is beautiful. I was really freaking out. I was ironing it and I was like, okay, it's going to shrink, right? Because the like after you wash it and you iron it, your cotton shrinks. There was like no shrinkage, no bleeding. I put a color catcher in there, no bleeding. I was like, yes, yes. Oh, wow. Yeah, I know I want it all too. Blue's my favorite. Blue's my favorite color. I know. You know what I'm going to go today? After I go off the Captain Log, I'm gonna go get a coffee and I'm going to get like two donuts. I'm not gonna lie. Might go to the Baskin Robbins. I don't know, but I'm going to go to the hair salon and this hair salon that sells hair supplies, and I have been looking for seafoam green nail polish. I know this sounds really random, right? But it's like nail polish that I keep seeing in all the Little Mermaids when they do the red carpets, and I'm like, I need to find some seafoam green green nail polish. And if you guys haven't seen it, I highly implore everybody to see Little Mermaid. It was so unbelievably good. I cannot I it was a different atmosphere. Like when she was singing Part of the World, like half the audience was singing it. It was amazing. Best live action I've ever seen in my life, and I hope that there is a sequel. It it was super. There was things that remind you of the original, but it was different. It was its own. It's really good. And Melissa McCartney as the witch. Oh my god, don't miss out. And Ariel, she was perfect. Her every time she sings, I know why they picked her. The original Ariel's voice is absolutely gorgeous. There's no denying it. But there was this innocence to it. And that's why you were singing a part of the world, because she's so innocent. She doesn't know what she's getting herself into. Haley was able to do the same thing. There was like this innocence, curiosity that automatically made you love her character. It was really, really good. And they also give you, without spoiling it, they give you the reason why Ursula went after her. And it's they done something they didn't do in the movie, the original movie. So see it. It's good. Um, it depends. If I so what I why I wash fabric. I always wash it because if I'm making the bag where it can go in the washer, because you can actually technically wash cork on a low setting. If it can go in the washer, like if someone's gonna afraid to spill, I would like to wash it ahead of time so that way there's no shrinking if someone throws it in the washer and I just like steamed it with an iron. It depends on the bag. If I know it's going to be a superstructure bag and it's never going to go in the wash machine, I just hit it with the iron and try to get it to shrink as much as possible and then go from there. But if the bag has the opportunity to be hand washed or put into a wash machine, I pre-wash. Nicole said, yeah, yeah, you can get in trouble real easily. And like like all the color one, I was just like, yeah. And I got two sets of the glow in the dark. I have glow in the dark Stranger Things and glow in the dark Haunted Mansion, and I've been wanting to do a Haunted Mansion bag for Halloween so bad, but I never had anything that none of the hardware ever glowed. So I'm like, it's on a crack. Yeah. Okay, so I went for the templates because I seen it on the thing, but yeah, the 1 inch elastic, yeah, I'm gonna try this. I will give you an honest review, but the one of the bag makers that I absolutely admire, her name is Nancy. This is what she swears by for her binding. She's like, it works, and I'm like, I'm going to try it. And I'm not gonna lie, her binding always looks like perfectly molded to the bag, and it's because you don't have to cut on the bias to make the binding because it's already stretchy. So it's going to fold over really nice and just really hug the curves. But I always only seen 5/8 of the inch. So having one inch just I was like sold. And I wanted to try it out. So I got just one and in blue. I really need to find another neutral color. I just feel like blue goes with everything. I know it doesn't, but yes. Oh my god, because Nicole, if you read stuff and let's say someone can't come, but what do they stop by? They're like, I've always wanted to buy something from you guys. And just like I think Sandra, I think you need to post your Harry Potter stuff. The maps and the clear vinyl, you need to post that. Like, I had to show my friend. She was like, "What?" The clear vinyl. I'm using it. I'm trying to make it into one of the Sonar wallets as a card slot, but you have some pretty dope vinyl. So I'm going to drink coffee, stuff my face, go to the hair supply store to see if I can find seafoam green nail polish, and then come back and work. I have to get out of the house and not just go straight to work. It's Saturday. So I hope everyone has a really, really good day. And I'm looking forward to speaking to you guys tomorrow and hopefully showing you some of the makes I made. Um, I hope everyone have a happy Saturday and everybody hopefully can get some sewing in. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.